2022. Let's give some love for the Sounds of Spirit. Linda on piano, Matt on drums, and Oliver on bass. Come on, everybody. Let's get up and shake off the cold. Come on. Your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. It fills me up, quench my desire, and I'm living now for love forevermore. I said your love keeps lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Fills me up, quench my desire, and I'm living life forevermore. I once was down and broken-hearted. Disappointment was my closest friend. But then Spirit came and now thought it. Ha! And I'm living in life in love again and again and again and again. I say your love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. Fills me up, quench my desire. I am living life in love forevermore. Come on, Oliver. I was down and broken-hearted. Disappointment was my closest friend. But then I came to Universal Spirit Center and started lifting spirit in my heart again and again and again. I said love is lifting me higher than I've ever been lifted before. It fills me up, quench my desire, and I'm living a life for more and more and more and more. I say your love is lifting me. Your love keeps lifting me. Your love is lifting me higher, 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 higher. Your love is lifting me. Keeps on lifting me. Your love is lifting me higher and higher. 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 Higher. Oh, welcome to the new year, to 2022. If you have your cell phones on, you better let people know you're here. That's the only reason. Text them, FaceTime them. Well, maybe FaceTime them. Let them know where you are, getting your spirit lifted up. And once again, this is the Sounds of Spirit. Linda Ely on piano, Matt Bozeman on drums, and Oliver Shirley on bass. I am your musical director and guest artist today. Good to be with you in 2022. Yeah, so if you feel like it, join me in I Am As God Created. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the love, in the glory, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am in the light, in the love, in the glory, in the light, in the love, in the glory, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me, in the light, in the love, in the glory. Woo-hoo!
Good morning and welcome to 2022. Doesn't that have a nice ring? 2022. Welcome to Universal Spirit Center. Welcome to a divine experience. I'm going to have you breathe right into your heart. Just let your heart open. Just let it open in this space, in this energy. Welcome. I'm so happy to welcome you on this first Sunday of our new year. And do we have anyone born in January? Please stand. January birthdays. Oh, come on. Who? Someone just walked in? January. Okay, a couple of us. January. Awesome. January. I don't need to point out that Jesus was a Capricorn, right? I don't need to do that. You know that. He was a Capricorn. So happy birthday, everyone. It was a birthday in January, and I want to acknowledge our online guests. We're so glad that you join us as well. We know that it's as a time to maneuver through in terms of the pandemic, and we just appreciate your presence with us as you continue to journey with us. So we have a couple announcements. One, we have two different Foundations classes going on, and Foundations is the introductory level to our teaching. So if you want to experience intimacy and connection, and at the same time apply spiritual principles to your life and watch your lives transform, then these are the courses for you. I'm serious. So let's have Derek announce the first course. So Derek comes to us from Missouri.
Hi, my name is Derek, and I'm a licensed prayer practitioner at Universal Spirit Center. I'm pleased to announce that I get to teach a class called Beyond Limits. Beyond Limits is a new class at Universal Spirit Center. However, it is a foundational class in the teachings and principles of science of mind and spirit, and putting those principles to practice in your life. The class itself will run for 10 weeks beginning January 25th through March 29th, every Tuesday from 6:30 to 9 p.m. on Zoom. The class is certificated, and like Foundations, it's a prerequisite to the other certificated classes you might be taking at Universal Spirit Center. If you have any questions, email Lee, and he'll answer those questions for you and get you all signed up and ready for class itself. It is transforming, and it will deepen your spiritual practices and your walk itself. I look forward to seeing you on Tuesday. Blessings.
Good morning. I'm Sharonda G. Morris, one of your licensed prayer practitioners, and I am facilitating Foundations in person beginning the 22nd of January, which is Saturdays, from 9 to 11:30 noon across the street in person. Just like Derek said, it's transformative. It's an introduction to our philosophy, and just a heads up, this is my 13th time in Foundations, so might as well teach it this time, huh? And so join me, please. If you have any questions, see me outside. You can email me if you don't want to email Lee. And while I'm on this platform, happy birthday to this guy.
Yes. Happy birthday, Rev Kev. Woohoo, Rev Kevin. I'm Rev Sarah, and I am also teaching a class called Self-Mastery coming up next Tuesday, so a week from this upcoming Tuesday on the 11th. And it's called Self-Mastery, so it does require that you've taken Foundations or one of the foundational courses. But it's a fantastic time to really deepen and explore and expand your practice of really living into the spiritual truth of the allness that you are. So I look forward to joining with any of you who can join me. It'll be a fantastic experience, Tuesday, 6:30 to 9 here in the office. Thank you.
Thanks, Rev Sarah. Hi, everybody. I'm Lee Armentrout. I get to share the rest of the announcements with you. Spirit in Action is our social justice committee, and we have a number of 2 opportunities for the day of service on January 17th, and then the other one is about all of January. So this first one is interfaith day of service that we're going to join like we've done in years past. We did announce something last week because we thought we might not be involved with this one. So the last week's one, we just erased that, and this is brand new year. So January 17th at Morley Field at 9 a.m. So we're just going to come together, people of different cultural faiths and backgrounds, for a wonderful morning of hands-on community service. And they're asking that no pets come for that. So there are instructions and what to do and what to bring and so forth. I have little slips of paper outside. And if you have any questions about the day of service, email me, lee@universalspiritcenter.org, and I can direct you. They do ask that you register online, and you can find that on our social justice tab on our website as well. So any questions, come see me or email me. Also, we have a winter coat drive. So it's getting cold out there. It's not cold in here anymore, but it was. We're partnering with Hope for San Diego and SSD Catholic Charities to provide new or slightly used winter coats for newly resettled Afghan refugees. So the coats can be all sizes, all genders. They should be clean with no stains or tears, and gently used is okay, and brand new is okay too. And you can drop those off here all month at Universal Spirit Center prior to and after all of our gatherings. We have a Farage is in the back with a box for our winter coats, waving her arms wildly over her head. There you go. Yep, there's the box. Thanks, Farage. We have a racial equality project movie night each month. So this month is different. We're changing it up a little bit. We're asking that you see the movie on your own, and then we come together on January 21st to discuss it on Zoom. So this month, the movie is called 12 Years a Slave. You can rent that on, Prime, it's right here, Hulu, on Prime, YouTube, and Redbox. That is, we have kitchen conversations. Every other Wednesday is kitchen conversations. This Wednesday is online only. Only the online people. So check out that, and with this space won't be available on that night. Our guest this week is called Gail Lover, and we're going to talk about family, racism, and ancestors. Now we're going to do a day in history. So we overcome racial inequality by confronting our history. So I'm going to share a bit about this day in 1863. In the midst of the Civil War, President Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation that made no attempt to free enslaved black people in non-rebelling states. To overcome racial inequality, we must confront our history. That's it for the announcements. Thanks for your attention.
So I want to acknowledge the Martin Luther King Day of Service, which we've done in the past. That's God speaking. So what we simply do is clean up the park. So it's a great experience to connect with people of other faiths. It's easy. It's picking up papers or trash in the park. Want to say that? How many of you have taken foundations in the room? How many of you? How many would recommend foundations? Okay. If your hand's not up and you wouldn't be part of the in crowd, foundations, introductory level, that's life-changing. You could come the first night, right, Sharonda, and just check it out. And if it's like, no, this isn't for me, you don't have to be a part of it. So there's that invitation. So now I'm going to invite you all to stand. Turn around at our camera and welcome all of you who join us online. Thank you for being here. We're glad you're part of our community. And now let's take a moment and greet each other. Welcome each other to Universal. welcome back. We welcome up Darmini from Texas. Darmini.
Darmini, 1 second. Something has gotten disconnected. We couldn't hear you. Can you start again?
Breathe in this moment to an open heart, to a new beginning. There's another wisdom to leave behind in 2021 what needs to be left behind. And we open this morning to a new cycle of light. As we face the brilliance of this light, this unfolding, we know that this light, the brilliance of this light, dwells within each one of us. So join with me in knowing that on this first Sunday of this new light, that we are guided to that unfolding that's happening through us. We surrender to it, and we let it be.
Lost touch with my soul. I had nowhere to turn, I had nowhere to go. Lost sight of my dreams, thought it would be the end of me. Yeah. I thought I'd never make it through. I had no hope to hold on to. I thought I would break. I didn't know my own strength, and I crashed down and I tumbled, but I did not crumble. I got through all the pain. Didn't know my own strength, survived the darkest hour. My faith kept me alive. I picked myself back up, hold my head up high. I was not meant to break. I didn't know my own strength. Found hope in my heart. Found the light to life, my way out of the dark. Found all that I need here inside of me. Yeah. I thought I'd never lift that weight. I thought I'd never find my way. I thought I would break. I didn't know my own strength, and I crashed down. I tumbled, but I did not crumble. I got through all the pain. I didn't know my own strength, survived my darkest hour. My faith kept me alive. I picked myself back up, hold my head up high. I was not built to break. I didn't know my own strength. There were so many times I wonder how I get through the night. I thought I took all that I could take. I didn't know, didn't know, I didn't know. Down and I crumbled, I was not built to break. We are not built to break. We have to know our own, know your own strength.
Gino and our house band. Thank you, Sons of Spirit. So we're going to try to get Darmani in towards the end, Michaela, so if she can stand by. We'd love her to do a greeting and a final prayer for us. And I think maybe my mic was off when I read this reading, and so people online didn't hear it. So I want to read this reading again. It's a great reading by Ernest Holmes. By some inner mystic presence, I was told to live and to love, to laugh and to be glad. I was told to be still and to know the one almighty power in and through all. I was told to let that power work through me. I believed that voice, and I received my good. Isn't that great? I love that reading. I love that. So this is a powerful Sunday. It's a powerful Sunday because it's the first Sunday in a cycle of new light. You know, since mid-November, various world traditions have been acknowledging, pointing to, and celebrating the experience of light. And on the 24th, we acknowledged and celebrated the birth of light within us. And so we've got all this energy of remembering, celebrating, acknowledging light. And we stand now before a cycle, a new cycle of light. So it's a powerful time to get really clear about how we want to experience 2022. I will acknowledge that the last year, couple years, have been tough. Not only have we experienced our own political divide as a country, but we've been faced with our own racism and the racism within our country, and we're going on completing 2 years of maneuvering through a pandemic. It's been tough. So I think it's important to kind of acknowledge this. This is particularly weighing on my mind because I just got out of quarantine yesterday, having been exposed and tested negative, and I'm double vaccinated and the booster and all, so I'm good to go. But just being with all of that quarantine, being with this whole dynamic. So I just want to acknowledge, I know it's a tough time. Makes me realize that the spiritual path isn't about sunny days and always getting what we want. The spiritual path is about opening to a greater presence that seeks to express through us. That's what it's about. So it's a great day to get clear on where we close down, how we close down, how we withdraw, how we play small. It's a great day to get still and say, really, what do I want to experience in this next cycle of light? What do I want to experience? This is really a great time for clarity. Joe Chivarella, who attended the first gathering, told me before the service that he and his partner got together and they wrote a goodbye letter to 2021, sayonara, good riddance, right? And a hello letter to 2022. Doesn't that sound nice? Hello, 2022. I'm here. So it's really a great time to get clear on what we don't want to drag into 2022. What thought patterns, what thoughts, what lower energy, what vibrations, what relationships, what behavior do we not want to bring in 2022? Let's get really clear on what needs to be left and a part of last year. Because if we don't get clear, we're going to repeat the same patterns and experiences and manifestations in 2022. We stand on a day, a time of great energy, because we've experienced, the image I have is we've experienced all this light celebration on our backs, and we're standing now before a new cycle of light. Get really clear what you don't want to bring forth. I want to share this experience. I've never really shared up here before, the full experience of this, but about 25, 30 years ago, I walked for the first time into a Science of Mind church. First time, Science of Mind Center. Some of you were there. It was at Pacific Church. It was in Mission Valley. Kathy Hearn led it. And I went the first time, and I was raised Catholic, and all I knew was Catholicism. I'd hardly ever been into a Protestant church, let alone a woo-woo New Thought church. So I come in, and everything is strange. Everything about it. I'm like, they call this a church? It was just like everything was foreign. But two things I was clear about, or I experienced. One is this woman who was up there spoke to my heart. I so resonated with what she said about God. And the second thing was that I knew on some level I had been led there. And a few of you were around in those days. It was a happening place, It was, if you wanted to be cool, you went to that church, right? After that first service that I went to, I was kind of blown away, a little disoriented. Everything was so strange except for her words to me. If you would have told me, if I was walking out that door and you would have said to me that I would be leading that organization and be the minister when she stepped down, if you would have said that to me, I would have said, whatever you're smoking, you need to stop it. Because it's like, that's the farthest idea ever, right? If you convinced me that you weren't smoking anything, I would have a list of reasons why that was not going to happen and couldn't happen. Because my mind would have kicked into gear, and that there's no way that that could happen. And here's all the reasons for my limited thinking why that can't happen. It's a good thing you didn't say that to me, because my mind didn't get involved. And what happened 10 years later, I had become a minister in that organization, and the board had me become the interim minister of that organization until they found a new minister. So it happened. By the grace of God, I didn't see that coming. Because had I, my own limited thinking would have affected that. So think about what grand idea for your life that you have. And label it a God, a divine idea. And don't spend time on how. Show up. How is God's work. That's the divine happening. I could never have seen on that first Sunday how it would have played out. Or I couldn't have figured out how everything lined up just that way. maybe one of the things we need to do, leave in 2021, is our own limited thinking about ourselves and about who the divine is. So a second thing that was, as I was thinking of this story, I was also thinking when I was about 22 or 23 and I came out. And especially back then, coming out was really tough because I thought no one's going to accept me for who I am. This is a secret that I've got to hide or people won't love me. I won't be successful. I won't have friends. And it was so scary and such a weight that I think, wow, when I was 22 or 23 and just overwhelmed with that, if my present day self could have looked at that young man and said, it's all going to work out. It's all actually going to be really great. That the worry and the fear and your worst case scenario, it's not going to happen. In fact, you're going to grow and have a wonderful, brilliant life, awesome family, and you're going to be the head of a spiritual community. Wow, that was the farthest thing that I could even imagine, right? What if whoever we are 1 year from today could look at us and say, hey, whatever story you're going on or whatever drama you're having or whatever limitation you're dealing with, you won't even remember a year from now because you'll have slept many times between now and then. What if our future high self, the one that is in such awareness of the divine, could speak to us? Michael Beckwith has this great story. I just thought of it. Where he said he was involved, and Michael Beckwith is a powerful spiritual leader of Agape in LA. He's traveled the world, internationally known person, right? Gino's a friend of his. It's about who you know. So he tells this story when he was just coming to this teaching, right? He was 22, 23, and he'd been into drugs. He'd been participating in them and selling them and buying them. He made a humorous thing with that, but he did that, and then he had this conversion experience. And he said he had this vision or this desire about who he would be at 22 or 23, broke, just coming off drugs, whatever his particular situation was. And he said he felt this future self of who he would become calling him forth and saying, don't let the shame or the fear or the guilt or the drama keep you down. It's a powerful thing to let in. So how do we let it in? I think there's 3 steps. There's usually 3 steps to things. You notice that there's 3 steps. The first is to get really clear that you are called to something greater. And you are, because that's the process of evolution. Evolution moves through, in, and as all creation as a call for expansion. That's just the way things are. So if that's true of the universe, it is certainly true of you. So whether you feel it or not, you're called to a greater experience of life. Jesus didn't come to say, I came to die for your sins. What he said is, I came that you might live life more abundantly. That's why he came. So first, get clear. There is within you a call for expansion. And it comes in the context of your life. So that's the first point. The second point is just relax into it. Relax into presence. We think too much. We try too hard. Relax into divine love. Relax into God's love. Relax into the expanding light. And let the unfolding happen. So don't try to figure it out. Don't carry stories about how it's not going to work. That's the stuff that we're leaving in 2021. Relax and let a greater intelligence unfold it for you. So I'm going to invite all of you to take a deep breath and to go ahead and close your eyes. Breathe right into your heart. I'm going to invite you to move your shoulders back a bit. I'm going to take you on a little process here. Just relax right now in the seat that you sit in. And just imagine right now, that your future self, has arrived to give you a message. And the message is to just relax. Let divine love carry you. Let go. Stop trying to figure it out. Be aware of a divine idea for your life. See everything as new, everything as a beginning. See everything as fresh and alive and happening now.
Bring it on, everything new, everything different, and everything true. I am ready for my next point of view. All I know is gonna be everything true. And I'm through trying, and I'm through wondering about my past. I let go of all those old stories And I think it's time right now to bring it on. Everything new, everything different, and everything true. I am ready for my next point of view. All I know, gonna be everything new. I'm through doubting, and I'm through worrying. I'm through being afraid of my past. I have learned now life lives within me, and I think it's time to bring on everything new, everything different, and everything true. 'Cause I am ready for my next point of view. All I know is gonna be everything new. And I'm through struggling and through waiting. Many times I've been holding down. I am free now to open up my heart to what's coming, coming, coming now. Bring it on. Everything new, everything different, and everything true. I am ready for my next point of view. All I know is gonna be everything new. Bring it, everything new, everything different, and everything true. I am ready for my next point of view. All I know is gonna be everything new. All I know is gonna be everything. Everything. 2022. Everything is everything. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Hello.
It's not on.
Hi. My name is Al Floyd, and I was asked to give the tithing talk about a half hour before service. And at the time, I just immediately answered yes, and now I'm starting to have doubts. But I belong to this other organization where when you're asked to do something and you can, you just do it. You don't question it. And when I started coming here, we were known as Midtown Church of Religious Science. And I've had the opportunity to serve in a lot of ways. I was a bookstore manager. I was in the choir. I'm now getting to run the sound. But the thing that comes to me most is how this place transforms people. And an excellent example of that is Sharonda. When I met her, I was the bookstore manager, and I see this meek little person come up, and we would start talking. And very early on, I go, "You're a practitioner." And she just looked at me like I was just from the moon and crazy. And now, years later, she's a practitioner teaching foundations. It's really hard to put into words how much I love this place. And, you know, we're running a full production. We get involved in racial equality, social justice. We have all these things going on to help you be the best you can be, and it takes money to do this. So I ask from the bottom of my heart, please give what you can give. It will come back. And now I ask you to repeat after me. As I give, I receive. As I receive, I give out. When I give, I transform myself. And when I give, I transform the world. And so it is.
Expression of your unfolding love.
So we're taking down these decorations this week and need a place to store them. So if you have space for us to store our decorations in your place, let us know, okay? We're looking for space for that. And I'm gonna invite you to stand. And do we have Darmini coming on, I hope? We don't know. Is that? Okay, can we try to get her on? So please stand and let's place our hands over our heart. Let's see if we can get
So yes, let's place our hands over our heart. It's so lovely to be with you. You hear me? Yes? Woohoo! Oh, this eternal renewal. Let's place our hands on our heart and let's just receive this glorious infinite blessing of eternal renewal. This letting go of any ways that we have been silenced, any way that the divine has been silenced within us. And let's open up and allow ourselves to be led and guided by the supreme, infinite wholeness, intelligence, love, beauty, and peace and freedom as we go out from here and we let spirit flow through us. We let our lives be an example of the divine life happening. And I give thanks, and I know we are blessed. And so it is. Happy Sunday, everybody.
In the light, in the love, in the glory, I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. Lyrics. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory of God. I am in the light, in the love, in the glory of God. I am in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am, oh, in the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. In the light, in the love, in the glory. I am as God created me. In the light, in the love, in the glory. Universal Spirit Center, have the best New Year's Day ever. 2022, claim your power.